Hello, cuties. Can you hear? Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute, but you're really cute. I'm gonna unmute you.
There we go. We're mute. We're unmute. We're cute. We're
doing couch yoga.
We're doing couch yoga.
I hear ya. I'm tired. I was almost hoping that everyone would kind of cancel tonight. I'm just so tired. But then my friend messaged me and he's like, I think my mom and Nana want to come. I'm like,
damn.
Like Sean from last week. So we'll see. We'll give him a couple minutes, and then if not, we'll just.
Sean?
Yeah, he was there last week.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, we can mobilize. Do you like my light? I have the light. Oh, you can't really tell that much.
Let me
Right?
see. A light on your phone?
It's like a little.
Ooh.
It's like a little.
Oh, that's cool.
It is cool. It helps, like, just have a little extra light. Well, if he comes, we can.
They're coming in. Dang
Ah,
it.
shit. Okay, we'll mobilize.
Okay.
We'll mobilize. I'll put my camera back on when we're ready. Love you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. So funny.
What's up, Kylie?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, she's in the bedroom.
Yeah, we're doing good. How are you?
Good. It must be late over there, huh? It must be 8 o'clock? 9?
9.
9. Okay, good. We'll do a nice bedtime yoga. Well, the crew in Wisconsin is not coming tonight. And then Lily is in Costa Rica. Courtney is traveling with her husband. And we'll see. So yeah, we got a good group. Oh, Brad and Sherry are tuning in. Hi, everyone.
Hi, how are you guys?
Doing good.
Good.
And Sean, who do you have with you tonight?
This is my aunt, Shannon. So we're
Oh,
here
the one you're
in
talking about.
Yep.
You're cool. You're cool.
Hi.
Awesome aunt. Yeah, she's
There
so
it
this
is.
is her first time ever doing any kind of yoga, so I'm excited.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yay. Okay, good. Well, definitely come to the Red class. This is such a gentle, relaxing, restorative experience. So, yeah, I hope that you enjoy it. If you have any questions at all during it, just unmute yourself and ask. We're a super open crew. And so, yeah, all questions are welcome. Okay.
Thank you.
Sweet. Okay. And what's your name?
Shannon.
Shannon. Okay, cool. I'm Kylie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Kelly. I've heard a lot about you.
Oh, good. I hope good things.
Yes, very.
Yay. All right. So if you want to grab either a pillow or a blanket that you can fold and sit on, we are going to do as we always do and just try and wiggle in a little bit of a meditation practice. So that way we can kind of start introducing it into our life if we don't already have it in our life. It's a great time in solidarity to do it together. So Sherry, if you want to mute yourself during class, and then if you have questions, let me know, but that way we minimize dog barking and all the things for everyone else. Okay, thank you. Wonderful. So find a comfortable seat. And what I like to do is grab my own seat cushions and kind of move them out of the way. That way you'll feel your sit bones really anchor into the pillow. If you want, you can get 2 pillows or a blanket. You want it to be kind of a firm thing so that your hips can be even a couple centimeters above the knees. Good. And then close the eyes, relax the shoulders, and just kind of rock side to side. And just feel into the hips, feel into your glutes, and find that center space. And as you tune into your body, just begin to kind of notice, oh, okay, my left shoulder's tight, my right hip's a little crunchy. You know, where has your body kind of been talking to you lately? keep taking a couple nice breaths and just get to know your body. Just keep asking it questions. Sometimes I feel like I only listen to my body when it's yelling at me or it's injured. So this is that preventative connection that we're trying to make to really always tune into the body. Nice. And if you had anything come up, if you want to unmute yourself for a second, and then we can just share really quickly if there's any hot spots in the body that want to be worked on today. Like Sherry, I know you still have a broken foot technically, right? Okay. You're out of the boot, but it's still not 100, right?
Right.
I just want to make
I don't
sure
wanna
before we
that
do
wicked
anything.
toe thing for sure. And
Okay.
I can tell that it kind of is uncomfortable to sit even like cross-legged. So I'm gonna just skip any kind of foot things that I don't like.
Cool. Just straighten your leg until then. You can sit like this. Yeah.
One bent and one straight. Got it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
My hips are really tight from a really long bike ride from the house to the top of Mount Diablo yesterday.
Wow. I don't believe you.
It's a little overly ambitious. I'm a little tight.
Huge.
Okay.
How many is that?
Pardon?
All right. We'll find out later.
Sorry, we can't hear you. We have crappy internet.
Oh, what? How many miles was that, Brad?
34.
Wow.
Wow.
It was a good workout. But
Casual.
half of it was downhill.
Yeah.
The last half, the best part.
Okay, well, I'm living vicariously through you. Shannon or Sean, did anything just come up that maybe you wanted to be focused on or was speaking?
So Kylie, I rode and showed horses for almost 40 years, but have not ridden and sat on a horse in probably 8 years. So my hips are so tight, my hamstrings are tight. And even when I rode, I haven't been able to sit cross-legged Indian style, I mean, in probably 10, 15 years.
Wow.
But I've also got bone spurs, I guess, in my right hip from swinging my leg over, all that.
Yeah.
But my biggest thing is, just I'm so tight. I mean, physically, I weigh less than I did when I was in high school, or as much as I did as I was in high school, but I am not fit. My hamstrings are so tight, which then pulls on my lower back. And so, I guess with the more I stretch, the more I relax and kind of do it, the better it'll get over time, correct? I mean, okay.
One day at a time.
Yeah, it's a consistent game, and it is a slow incline, but once you get to that point, you'll just kind of keep it and stay open. And to me, it's changed my life. I was always an athlete and you never really learned like preventative things. We'd stretch for a little bit, but then you'd go out and, throw your body into the fire. So, it's definitely changed my life. And a lot of my passion is more in the sports medicine and yoga therapy realms, which is more of that healing world of yoga. So, cool. I'm so happy to have you. This will be great.
Yeah. Well, and I'm also a nurse and I work 13, 14-hour night shifts. So the the strain I put on my my body, not only night shift, but walking the floors all night, and then that pulling on my back because my hamstrings. So, and nurses, we're non-compliant, we're not very good patients. So, and I've said that I'm going to do yoga, and this fine gentleman here finally said, okay, we're doing it tonight. So got to start somewhere.
That's right.
Yay, yay. And I hope you join us again in the future. It's so easy with the
Yeah.
phone or computer. So yeah, let us know what you think. And
Okay.
yeah, I would love that. And I'm super happy because also a lot of my passion is also in emotional healing as well. And just like the kind of impact that I believe that nurses and EMTs and firefighters and even teachers experience is
Oh,
just,
yeah.
there's not enough tools, I think. And so any tools that I have, I hope to share. So that's a
Great.
huge thing because I think we hold that in our physical body, right?
Yes.
So the more we can just like let it go and
Okay,
really
yeah.
listen to it, the more
Let it
free
go.
we feel. Cool.
Yeah, I'd say for me, it's probably still my right shoulder, like weirdly. Like I almost thought my leg was out again, but I just want to do that similar exercise. Was really good for me last time.
You like that one?
I mean, I didn't like it, but it definitely my body liked it later.
Yeah, it's one of those where you're like you feel the gunk in there, but then afterwards you're like, wow, I feel like 2 inches taller.
Definitely.
Okay, great. Yay. Well, welcome everyone. So sit up tall, and if you don't want to sit cross-legged, you can always bring your legs out wide or your legs together. Or if you're really not feeling it tonight to sit up, you can always lay down for a moment while we do this part. So know that it's all welcome. All right. So sitting up tall or lying down gently, close your eyes. Allow yourself to swallow, just helping to relax the little muscles in your throat. And just begin to witness your breath. So try not to change anything and just notice, where is your breath at right now at the end of a Wednesday, end of middle of the week? Is it kind of just in your chest? Is it only in the belly? Is it on the left side or the right side, the front or the back? And just take a few moments to notice. Once you've located where it is in the body, see if you can begin to bring that breath into balance. So if it was mainly in the chest, maybe begin to invite into the belly, vice versa. Breathing into both sides of the ribs and both the torso and the chest. So the breath might get a little bigger if you're trying to get all those quadrants of your torso. Good, yeah, maybe let yourself have the biggest breath you've taken all day. Good, just exploring how much spaciousness you can create in your ribs, in your lungs. Your lungs go all the way up to your collarbones. So really puffing into that space, letting go. And making sure you feel your sit bones on that pillow as you begin to really breathe in all this extra light and energy. Nice. On the next inhale, bring your arms all the way up to the sky. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Grab your left wrist with your right hand and gently pull it over to the right side. Gently, yeah, feeling any pinching along the way. Breathing big into both ribs. Try it, puffing up into both ribs. Nice. Inhale back to center. Exhale, shake out the hands, the fingers. Think about all the little muscles our hands use all day, even just with our phones or gripping to the steering wheel. Good. Inhale up all the way. Feel any tightness along the way. Grab that opposite wrist and pull over to the opposite side. Breathing into both rib cages here. Really expanding. See if you can open your ribs like you're opening an accordion. Mine are all tight and crunchy. I don't know about you. Good. Inhale back to center. Stretch up, reach up. Reach, 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 reach. Both sides. Maybe kind of lean to one side. We're opening our rib cage. And then as if you had water on the tips of your fingers, begin to flick that water away. This is really good to help with any arthritis pain in the fingers, the wrists. I just like to do it as preventative. Flick that water off. Good. Keep dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Nice, and slowly let it down. All right, so if you know me, you know that is probably one of my least favorite things. So we're going to do it first, but it is so good for the back chains of our body and our lower back and our hips. So we do it together, even though I don't like to do it either. Good. So sit up tall. And as if your belly button was a flashlight, gently point it over to your right toe. So legs are stretched out. You can have the feet kind of flexing towards the face so that they're active. And just turning that belly button like a flashlight onto that big toe. From there, bring the arms out to either side. And maybe you just stay here. Maybe there's a lot of feeling happening already for this deep, gentle twist. Or if you'd like, you can hinge with a straight back forward. You can just begin to crawl. We don't want to round the back yet. So just crawl with a straight back as far as you can. Good. Relax those shoulders. See if they're trying to sneak up to your ears as they do. Relax them. Good. Close the eyes, soften the jaw. And just take 3 nice, gentle, deep breaths at your own speed. Notice on the inhale where that breathes into any tension and where the exhale, it kind of softens. The reason I don't like these ones is because I also am very tight because I'm a very active, outdoorsy person. But this is so great for if you're on your feet all day, or if you're biking, just opening up that back chain of the body when you're sitting or when you're biking, your knees are bent. So to have the legs stretched is really good. You can even begin to walk your fingers farther away from the face if you want a little bit more expansion in the ribs. And when you can't go any more straight, then from that space you can begin to round. You don't go in rounding, we come in with integrity and then we soften. Good. We're going to do 4 nice deep breaths here. As much as you might hate me after, you'll thank me later. So just take 4 really slow deep breaths, puffing up into the shoulders, into the back, into the ribs, anywhere that you can bring that extra energy and oxygen. And letting it go. We're in this together. You got it. Feeling that back chain maybe light up. Maybe you feel it in the back, the hips, or maybe you just feel it in the calf and the hamstring. Good. Keep softening. Every exhale, letting go a little bit more, trusting for gravity to catch you. Whew. Good. Slowly push the floor away from you as you bring your belly up off your lap. Coming out as you came in, slowly, slowly coming back. And then allowing your belly and chest to come to center. Whew. I always feel so twisted after that. Woo, woo, woo. Good. Inhale, reach those arms up overhead, flex the feet towards the face. Exhale, bring those arms all the way down behind you like you're on the front of the boat, blowing in the wind. Good. Exhale, round the back, bring the hands together, interlace the fingers, pull the fingers away as you drop your chin towards the chest. Take a full breath in. Exhale, release, and come back to center. Let's get even, shall we? All right, so as if we have no idea where we're going, so much curiosity, we'll bring that belly button to turn all the way to that left big toe. Hands come to either side. And just because you could go a certain depth on one side doesn't always mean you can on the other. So really listen to the body here. Maybe you close the eyes and drop the shoulders away. And with a straight back, you just slowly begin to walk your belly towards your thigh. And maybe you just go down an inch or a few inches. Wherever you can go with that integrity in the straight back. And just stay here a couple breaths before rounding. Just feel into having both sit bones on the floor, both bums on the floor. Good. Are you breathing? I always catch myself holding my breath. I don't know about you. Good. Big breath in. Exhale, soften those shoulders. They always want to creep up. Good. Straddling that left leg. bringing so much spaciousness to those hips and lower back. You can feel it on that iliac crest, which is that top of that back hip. Good. Lengthen the top of your head towards the sky. And on your next exhale, maybe you drop even a centimeter deeper. Maybe you even walk your hands farther away from the face. And maybe at this point, it feels okay for you to begin to round and really experience those edges of yours. Oof. And as much as you may want to come out, see where you can soften. Whereas like clenching, can you soften the toes? Can you soften the feet? Can you soften any effort or tension going up your glutes? Can you breathe into that space? If you've gone too deep, you can always come up an inch or two. Sometimes our mind goes, we can do it, and we push ourselves past. So listen to the body. The body has the score here. Gotta let our mind get out of the way. Good, big breath in. And let it all go. Stay here, 4 deep breaths with yourself, your own time, your own space. You're gonna have so much more spaciousness and freedom. You've got this, I know. You're gonna wanna come out of it, believe me. I told you, this is one of my least favorite ones. We're starting with it so it's out of the way. For 3, 2, 1. Slowly push your way up to freedom. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Back to center. Give a nice few rolls in the shoulders. Good. Bring the hands behind you to sit back and slide those feet together. Take a nice big breath. We did it. That's the worst. That's the worst thing we're doing. Everything else is going to be great. Good. Flex the toes towards the face and push them away. Flex the toes towards the face and push them away. Good. Separate the feet about a foot or so, and then just windshield wiper the feet side to side. Take a nice few breaths. Opening up those hips. You can feel it all the way to the top of the femur in that little hip socket. So we're getting some nice little motion all the way up into the hip sockets here. Good. Keep that windshield wiper with as little effort as possible. Channel your inner Snorlax or lazy energy and just let your bones do the work here. Very nice. You did it. That's the worst part. Nice. Bend the knees and slowly come all the way up. You can release the pillow all the way, or lately I've been really loving having like a little pillow in the practice. So if you want your head supported, that's great. And we'll meet all the way down reclined with our feet on the floor. I'm just gonna move this. Oof, I do not like doing that one, but I feel so much longer already. All right, very nice. Gently place your hands on your belly and drop your knees in towards each other. Close the eyes and notice if your shoulders are way up towards your ears, if you can lift your chest and drop the shoulders away and place them back down. Very nice. Close the eyes and allow yourself to just send your breath into your hands. So sending your breath below your belly into your really low belly. Take a few breaths here, breathing in and out into the low belly, into your hands. And just notice how much you can breathe into the space. Can you even breathe into the low hips? Can you breathe into the lower back? Softening the eyes or having them close completely, and just notice. Try and get as much breath in and out of that space as you can. As you breathe here, allow all the muscles in your forehead and your temples to slowly just turn off. They don't need to be on right now. We can let all the muscles in the face soften. And just bring your breath to those hands of yours, those healing hands. These hands that give so much to others in your life, give so much to the world around you, are now recirculating their healing powers into your own body. Allow yourself to receive your own love, your own tender care, just as you would a friend or a child or someone you love. Good. Keep breathing into that space. We're just bringing new oxygen to that part of our bodies. as we allow our nervous system to slowly slow down. Good, you're doing it. Gently slide those hands just above the belly button now, maybe to the lower ribs. And readjust to this space. And then, as if you had a little inner tube around this center part of you, breathe into those lower ribs in the back, those lower ribs in the front, just above the belly button. Good. In and out. Letting those exhales just wash over your body, creating so much calm and peace in your muscles and your nerves. Even your blood begins to just feel so nourished. All this oxygen. Good. See if you can breathe into both hands equally, feeling that same healing love. We've all got it. Mm-hmm. Nice. Seeing if there's any extra muscles in the face you can soften. We have over 50 muscles just in our face. That always blows me away. So how many of those are on right now that don't need to be? Nice. 2 more breaths in this place. So really soak it up. Nice. Gently slide those hands either onto the chest or just above, whatever feels intuitive for you. And now breathe that same love and light and good healing energy into your chest, into your hands, into your upper shoulders and collarbones. Breathing in this new energy. Seeing how much you can puff up all the way into those collarbones. Helping to relax and soften all those little tendons and ligaments in the shoulders. Stay with it, you've got it. Creating space with your breath so that you can create the most expanded, free version of yourself right now. I feel like I get used to breathing like 1/30th of my capacity. What would it be like if we constantly breathed in our full capacity, our brain, our organs, our blood, getting that full immersion of fresh life, fresh breath? Good. Keep one hand on your heart and slide one hand back down towards your belly button and lower belly. And now see if you can stitch all 3 of those zones together for one full breath. So starting inhaling into the belly, the mid-torso and the chest. And then allowing the exhale to be like a nice wave washing over your body. Good. First few times can feel sticky, so we'll do that a few times. And just play with your own speed. You don't have to go the same speed as your neighbor. Just feel what feels right for you and your body and your breath. Good. Do the biggest breath that you've done all week, really puffing up into the back muscles. Good, and just to help our nervous system relax, Allow yourself to make some kind of sound as you exhale. I know it can feel weird at first, but just ignore what anyone thinks and just allow yourself to make a few little exhale noises on the next few breaths. Good, one final breath. And as you exhale, reach those arms up all the way up your head, stretching, reaching. And as you exhale, hug those knees into the chest, spread the knees out wide, and gently rock the hips side to side. And as you rock side to side, you can kind of walk the hips down towards your feet so that you really stretch and elongate your spine. Good. Feel what it feels like, maybe even with your eyes closed with these wide knees. So maybe you feel it in the inner groin, maybe you feel it in the knees. And then now zip the knees together with your knees together, squeezing the thighs towards each other, and rock side to side and feel the difference there, if any. I usually feel it a little bit more in my outer hips here. Good, and now bring your attention to your whole back as you rock side to side, getting this nice little self-massage with your own body weight. Very nice. Stretch the knees out away from you, just far enough for your hands to grip with kind of straight arms. And begin to go in one direction, doing big circles with the hips and the knees. Breathing along the way, we're just opening up our hips. If we don't move them, we lose them. And oftentimes, like if you're standing or sitting a lot, we kind of lock into place and they don't get as fluid. So we want that fluidity here. Good. Keep going in that direction. We're almost there. Are you breathing? Good. Slowly go the other direction. I'm bummed Robin isn't here. I feel like she would love this class. She also has a broken wrist right now. We have a few broken healing people right now. Good. Keep going and feel what it feels like on the back of those hips. I'm finding all kinds of like tight and crunchy things. Maybe you don't feel any, but today I definitely do. Very nice. Whew. Hug those knees into the chest. Ooh, squeeze them. See if you can even come up to get to close to kiss your knees. We love a healthy knees. Ooh. Good. Place your head back down and gently guide those knees over to the left-hand side. Arms can be out wide in a T. And maybe it's kind of pinching in the hip and you want to kind of move the knees forward or down. Just kind of feel it where it feels the best. We're going to get a nice little twist here to really help open up the lower back and the hips. Good. Arms are wide, palms face up. Take a nice big breath here. And if this feels great, stay here. You can tune into your shoulders. If you want one arm up, that can feel nice to really open up the ribs. Or if you want, you can even try both arms up. We'll be here for quite a few breaths. So you can kind of try all three positions and then just kind of settle with the one that feels best on this side. Good. You might feel some like little pinching or tightness. Just breathe into those parts of you and see where you can soften. Are you clenching in your ankles or your jaw or your neck? Can you tell those parts of you to melt away and soften? You can play with your head and your neck depending on which direction you want to be tonight. But listening to the body is going to be our compass right now and hopefully always. Good. Continue to breathe into the belly and the chest just like we were doing. But now we have a nice twist happening. Very nice. Soften those eyes, soften your effort. I remember one day I was teaching in Venice, California, and I had this epiphany where I was like, oh my gosh, effortless means less effort. Effortless. So that's what I want from us all tonight, is just to tell ourselves that we get this time off, we get to put in less effort, and our mind gets to come into this relaxed state. Sometimes it can be hard to come into this state, and sometimes it can be super easy. Whichever is for you tonight is great. But just know There's a whole spectrum of how it can feel to try and get your body to relax. Good. Tune into your bones and skeleton for a minute and just allow your bones and skeleton to drop down into the earth, being held by gravity for a moment. What does it feel like to give the weight of the world and the weight of any stresses down into the earth to be recycled? Let it take away that tension in the head, in the hips, and the shoulders, and the feet. Good. And just when you want to come out, we'll stay a few more moments, just allowing that to really sink in and sit. You're doing so good. This restorative type of yoga is so nourishing. Just to really have permission to relax, permission to take care of ourselves in a cool way, relaxing way that helps us sleep deeper, feeling more energized. Very nice. Straighten that top leg away from the face. Flex that foot towards the face and feel that nice stretch. Oof. Oh yeah. Nice. You can begin to draw that foot down and up, like you're flossing that hip. How are you breathing? You might be touching your neighbor. That's okay. Be mindful. Good. Bring those knees all the way back to center. Oh yeah. Take a big breath in as you rock side to side. Kick both feet up into the air and gently just begin to kick, 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 allowing all the blood to just drain from the ankles, the calves, the hamstrings. Kick, 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 flushing out any stagnant blood. It's very rare that our feet are above our heart, so we're just gonna milk this, letting all of us just jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. And straighten those legs as best as you can. Point those toes towards the sky, feeling that stretch along the tops of the feet, and then flexing the feet towards the face. Good, continue to do that. And then invite in your arms. So your arms come up above your shoulders, and you begin to flex the hands and the feet. So we're just giving love to our wrists and our ankles. I think they're always a little more tight than I give them credit. Good. All right, so we're going to keep this up so that we continue to dream, but in order to keep our mind a little distracted, bring all of your awareness to your right foot and your right hand, and begin to do big, slow circles only with the right side. And just go in this one direction for now until I say switch. Good job, Brad, you've got it. If you want, Brad, you can put one foot down if that helps you stabilize. Good. If you don't need to stabilize tonight, you can keep going and then switch directions. Good. Think about all that blood you're regenerating. Maybe you can even feel it now. Keep circulating, feeling all that stickiness, gunkiness. Maybe you're literally not human and you don't feel anything. Good. Bend the knees, shake out the wrist, shake out the fingertips. Good. We have one more side. We're almost there. You're doing good. Your body will thank us later. Straighten those legs, straighten those arms. All the attention on the left side now, going in one direction. Same thing. Sometimes I do like to just support myself so you can feel into that if that feels better for you. Whatever you need tonight. Good. Whatever speed you're going, try going half that speed. Ooh, you might get a little more speed bumps along the road. Good. Are you breathing? Can you soften your shoulders? Good. Go the other direction. We're almost there. Oh, yeah. How often do you drain your ankles and wrists? Good. Keep going. Oof. Are you breathing? Maybe you can even squirt out a smile. Just squeeze this little smile out. Good. And shake it out. Kick, 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 kick. Good. Hug those knees in. Very nice. And drop them over to the opposite side, the right side. And arms out to a T. Same thing if you need to adjust the knees. If there's some pinching, you can let them slide up and down until it feels better in the lower back. Same thing here. You can keep the arms out by the sides, or you can kind of experiment with one being up or both being up. Just do whatever feels best on this side. Closing the eyes and just allowing this to be an expression of you expanding, of you physically telling yourself, I'm allowed to take up space. It is safe to exist. It is safe to take up space. Gently let yourself swallow and then take a few breaths here with the eyes closed. And really tune into the body, seeing if you can breathe into both ribs, both shoulders, both hips. You're doing so good. See if you're holding up your neck or your head, and see if you want to soften your chin towards your chest to really let the back of the neck have this time off as well. Any part of you that's trying to do it or be on, we want to tell that part of us just less effort right now. The more points you get, the less effort you have right now. It's an opposite game of our world, and I love it. Good. Keep softening into your nervous system, letting those bones take this time off. Maybe allowing your whole skeleton, like we did on the other side, to just melt into the ground. Allowing the breath to stay light and expansive. We'll be here a few more breaths, so really soak it up. See if you can take a couple of nice bigger breaths here. Really creating that spaciousness, that freedom from the body inside out. Very nice. Slowly bring those knees back to center. You did great. Hug those knees into the chest. We love our happy legs, healthy legs. Good. Bring both legs to the sky and gently cross that right leg over the left. Bring your hands to your knees and gently slide the hands down to the shins, maybe even to the ankles. And you can keep the hands here, or you can begin to pull the hands in toward the belly. And you'll feel a nice stretching in the outer hips. Relax those shoulders. Good. So this is called eagle legs, and oftentimes we do it seated. But if you've never done it before, I don't like creating extra pressure on the knee joints. So this is a great way that you can use your own hands as leverage. Like if this was tight enough, great. So just feel into the body to see what feels best for you tonight. Good. Close the eyes and drop your awareness down into your hips. Take a full breath into your lower back. And let it go. Nice. Gently release. Shake out the feet. And gently cross that left leg now over the right, bending at both knees. And same thing here. You can practice without the hands and just seeing if you feel any little stretch here. I notice that if I bring my hands more to my shins or my ankles and I pull them towards the earth, I feel a little bit more. Good. Doing great, Brad. Looking good. Oh yeah, for the hip family. Here we go. You asked for it. We're going to be doing a few more things. Good. Big breath here. Fill the belly up all the way so that it pushes your thighs away from you. And then let it go. Nice. Gently release. Find a little shake, shake, shake. And then bring the feet to the floor. Walk the feet out wide. And then slowly open the knees out. And if you'd like, you can bring the feet together or you can keep the feet apart. I think it's kind of nice to have the feet together. And this is going to be opening our inner groin. So you're going to feel this probably immediately with gravity. If it becomes too intense, just raise your hand. But for now, just see if you can soften and really let your knees just melt into gravity. Very good. Open your arms out pretty wide, palms face up. Bring your right hand all the way up above the heart until it touches the inside of your left bicep across the body. Good. From here, grab either interlacing with the fingertips or grabbing that wrist, and you can pull that arm across very gently, just so that you begin to open that scapula, that right shoulder, and just being gentle. And Sean, if you want, sometimes I even like to just hold my shoulder and then just pull on my elbow. So whatever, we're just trying to breathe some life and spaciousness into that right shoulder. So whatever feels best. You have a few options here. And it's distracting us from our hips being opened because it can be intense. Good, maybe even close your eyes and you go into your body's experience. Or maybe you like to kind of have your eyes open and focus on something in the room. Just feel your spine being supported by the earth. And your breath creating this nice big paintbrush of fresh energy throughout the body. Good, hands all the way up to the sky. Right arm out wide, left arm somewhere on that right, and maybe that's as far as you want to go, or maybe you want to grab the elbow and pull across. Maybe you want to grab the fingers and pull across. We're almost there. I can feel our hips releasing a little bit. Let them go, let them go. We're holding on tight, just let it go. Good. You're so safe to be the fullest expression of yourself without pain, without fear. Just imagine what the whole world would be like if we all were given that permission. Over and over again. We're almost there. Are you breathing? Nice. Gently reach one hand to each shoulder so that you're giving yourself a nice little self hug. Take a big breath into your elbows. And exhale, let it go. Release the arms, slide the hands underneath those outer hips. And use your hands so that we don't have to use these little muscles we opened. Just use your hands to help the knees come back to center. Really good. Drop the knees in towards each other. Place the hands on the hips and just do a few little massages into that front little hip flexor. So our psoas goes through this part of us. So oftentimes tight hips can actually be a really tight psoas. And the psoas is this cool muscle that attaches the spine and it goes through the hip socket and attaches to the femur. So it's the only muscle that attaches the upper body to the bottom. It's really a cool muscle, but it can get really tight. Good. All right. Stretch that right leg straight to the sky. Bend that right knee in towards the chest and just hug that knee in towards the elbow. Good. Flex that right foot towards the right knee and place that foot flexed on top of that left knee. Now, keeping the foot flexed, just place your right hand on that right knee and just slowly begin to push it forward and back, going slow. We're just going to start opening that little right hip. Good. Take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, flex that left foot now up towards the knee. And you can lift that foot off the ground. And now we'll have a nice stretching mechanism for that right outer hip. So you can use no hands and just use that leg to kind of rock forward and back, just opening up the lower back in that hip. Or you can reach those hands all the way through to grab onto that thigh and just kind of stay in one space. Good. But if that's really a reach and your head comes off the ground, you don't want that. You want it that effortless quality. So maybe the arms are wide and you're just using that leverage of the leg. And the reason we go side to side is because sometimes even just an inch or two on that spectrum, you'll have a much tighter spot. So just kind of explore here, going slow, and your gaze is inward. And if you find a spot that's like, oof, really tight, really tense, pause there. That's like a little golden nugget. We want to breathe into those places of tension, because those are the parts, those are like the little kids in us that are screaming in pain all the time. So now is the time to like talk to that little part of you and love it. And there's literally been times I've done this where literally I could feel it resolve and release in that time. So I'm a huge believer in this practice. Good. Keep moving around until you find another little nugget, or maybe it's just nice to create that spaciousness. Good. Oh, good. Place that left foot down. Let that right leg relax for a moment. Good. Stretch that leg up to the sky. A couple more little shakes. And then stretch that leg out all the way away from you. And take a moment just to pause. Says no one in the modern world ever. Take a moment to pause. All right, good. Very nice. Oh yeah, keep it straight for a moment, just really letting that sink in. Nice, bend at the knees here. And then just notice for a moment the different hips. My right leg definitely feels a little more open. My left leg still feels a little crunched. So let's do something about it. Good. Straighten that left leg to the sky now. Bend that knee in towards the chest. Hug it up towards that shoulder. Flex that left foot towards that knee. You already know where we're going, but place that foot right on top of that knee. And then with your left hand, you can kind of push that thigh away from you a few times and just kind of feeling into that elasticity of that hip. So it's a really good way to kind of gauge what's going on down there. Good. All right, flex that right foot towards the right knee. And once again, you can go no hands for a minute and just kind of use that leg as leverage to really begin to explore that hip. If you'd like, you can interlace that thigh or that shin, whatever feels best for you. You don't have to always go to your edge. You can go to the place right before your edge. So good. And then moving slow over that spectrum, you can begin to kind of rock it forward and side to side. And if you go slow enough, you'll often find a couple spots that are a little extra tight or just wanting a little bit more of your attention. So just take your time here. But just think about, the more we open our hips, the more our lower back has spaciousness and freedom, the more our digestion has more spaciousness and freedom. And over 90% of diseases are thought to be started in the colon. So if we can have happy digestion and happy lower back, seems like the rest of our body really benefits. Good. Soften the shoulders, soften the neck, anywhere that you're holding. And then maybe find that spot and breathe with it for a moment. Good. Gently release all the way down and just let it sit for a moment. Straighten that leg out all the way away from you. Whew. Good. And just take a breath. Nice. Straighten that right leg out next to it and slowly just roll onto your belly for a moment. Yeah. Place your hands underneath your shoulders and just come up all the way onto hands and knees for just a moment. Slide the toes to meet each other and bring the knees out a little wide. And just see if it feels okay to sit down onto your ankles. Sherry, just be mindful of your foot here. Very nice. From here, straighten your arms so that you're kind of almost doing like a little mini push-up. And flip that right palm up and bring it all the way down to your right knee. Palm face up. Gently slide that hand all the way through like you're threading the needle until that shoulder comes onto the earth. You can reach that left hand out in front of you and just really pause to breathe into your hips, your back, and your shoulders here. And softening. Keep breathing there and see how much breath you can get into those back muscles. in one of my yoga therapy trainings, we learned that over 90% of our lung capacity is actually in our back. To this day, I still don't even fully believe it because I feel like I only breathe into the front of my body. So this is a really great position to begin to breathe. See if you can actually activate and turn on those back muscles, that spaciousness in the back of the lungs. Good. If you feel any pinching or anything uncomfortable in the knees, just sit up and let me know and we can adjust. Good. Let your belly hang here for one more breath. Nice. Gently lift your chest up off the floor as you gently unthread that arm all the way up as much as you can towards the sky. Good. Reach it all the way forward. Reach both hands forward and sink until the forehead touches the floor. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, gently come up. Flipping that left hand now to the left knee and sliding it along to the other knee until that shoulder comes to the earth. Maybe that arm comes up or maybe it stays in front of the face. But just allowing your body weight to open those arms like little pretzel arms. Twisting and getting pulled as you breathe deep into the back muscles. Letting your belly just hang. Keep breathing big and slow. Nice. Gently push yourself up as you unthread, reaching that arm up as much as you can towards the sky, and then reaching forward and bowing down till the forehead touches the floor. Take a full breath along the spine. And exhale, release. Very nice. So this next one before Shavasana is one of my favorites, so I hope that you enjoy it as well. A lot of us did it when we were babies, so hopefully it will bring us back into balance. So gently come on all the way to your belly, legs out straight. Now I like to bring my arms underneath my head, even if I have a pillow or not. And then just gently rock your hips over to the left as you slide that right knee up towards the elbow. And you can kind of feel how high you want it. You can kind of wiggle around until it feels good. But this is just going to help balance our hips. So our hips are like this nice big bowl, and oftentimes they can get off-centered and create a lot of tension in the body. So we're just going to rebalance it. Good. From here, close your eyes, soften your shoulders. Allow your legs and toes to just slowly melt away. Any muscles that are on can just slowly turn off right now. Breathing life into your sacrum and your spine. Soften the jaw and the ears as your face even begins to melt down into the ground. Feel your belly and chest as you breathe into those parts of you as they touch the floor, pressing against the earth, and then letting go. Good. Gently rock onto your left hip and slide that leg all the way down. Really good. Coming back onto your belly. Gently lift your head and place your opposite ear on the floor. And then gently rock onto your right hip, sliding that left knee up and adjusting until it feels good. As you lay here, begin to go through your own checklist of breathing into the spaces you want to and softening and relaxing the muscles that you want to. Just try it on. Nice, gently rock onto your right hip now and slide that knee all the way back down so that your ankles touch. Slowly allowing your hands to be underneath your shoulders. As you come back for a final child's pose, the knees can be together or apart. Inhale, look up and gently walk your hands over to the left side, dropping the head. Taking a few big breaths here. And then lifting your head as you walk the hands over to the right side, placing the head down. Taking a few breaths here. And then slowly coming out to come onto your backs. And you can keep the pillow if you'd like. And normally Shavasana is kind of more like a mummy pose, but I really like to be more like a starfish. So you can really just tell yourself like I'm taking up space. So if you want to kind of move yourself for a moment, we'll be here for a few breaths. So just allow yourself to anchor down, see if the palms feel good face up, or maybe you want to have the hands back on the torso if that feels good. Just close the eyes. Good. Allow your feet and your calves and your hamstrings all to just soften and melt away for a moment. Allow your hips and your glutes and your lower back all to feel safe and supported as they melt down into the earth. Your belly and all of your organs, your ribs and your lungs, your spine, they all begin to drift down into the earth, feeling rested and rejuvenated. Your heart and your shoulders, your arms, all the way to your fingertips begin to soften and unwind. Feeling gravity just support you and pull you in. Your neck, your brain, your head, and all the muscles in your face, your jaw and your teeth all begin to just get pulled into gravity, feeling nourished, like they're just nuzzling into a comfy spot. Your whole body is now recalibrated, relaxed, and calm. slowly remembering how to reset itself. I pray that we're all just surrounded in this healing light that nourishes us and surrounds us and protects us and continues to work on us tonight as we sleep. May you know how so full of love and kindness and healing you already have within you. Thank you all so much for doing this work with yourself, and I hope that you continue to come back to this practice in yourself over and over so that you can feel so good in yourself that you have no choice but to overflow from that place out into the world around you. You are so loved. Namaste. Don't move yet, just feel your body going a little slow. If you want, you can begin to slowly breathe life into the body. Maybe just sealing this practice with an intention, or just saying you want it to stay with you as you sleep. To come out, just slowly bring your hands to your shoulders and wipe down your arms, so kind of like a nice energy bath, just wiping over the whole body, the face, the shoulders, the neck, just slowly loving up on your skin all the way down. And slowly coming to seated. Hi. It's a little dark. So bedtime yoga. It's definitely bedtime for you all. Sleepy sleep. And yeah, I hope that started the conversation in your hips and your body. And you were looking good, Brad, Shannon, Sean, Sherry. Everyone was looking good. How do you feel?
Good.
That's good.
Thank you, Kylie.
Good. Yay. Well, sleep well, drink some water, not too much before bed, but just a little bit, and then drink a bunch in the morning. And I hope you liked it. Shannon, how was that for you?
I could definitely feel my little nuggets, and I had a lot of them.
Welcome. Yes, exactly.
But yeah, no, it definitely opened my eyes that I've got to do something, and it's like he said, it's my body screaming for attention, and the pain is its way of, wanting me to get off my butt and do something. And the breathing really helped, the relaxation really helped, so thank you.
Oh, good. Thank you, Shannon. Yeah. And that's why I do these public classes, because it's affordable. It's donations. So, some people give $10, some people give $40. One lady gave $200 one time. That was crazy. But for me, it's not really about that. It's just about showing up and creating space for people so that we can access it. And I go deeper one-on-one with people, but this is just a good taste test. And I think even just once a week, it's just every Wednesday night is just a good tune in with the body. And then people can kind of learn and do stuff on their own. But it's kind of an accountability bubble that we have. And some weeks there's a lot of us, some weeks there's a few of us. So it feels safe, I would say. I think all of us have kind of created a little yoga family. So I hope you liked it. You have such good energy. So such an honor to have you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was honored.
Yay. I wish I could hug you. That's the only downside of this Zoom life stuff. But thank you all so much. And if you ever have any questions, just reach out. I'm here. So I hope you get some good sleep.
Definitely.
All
Yep,
right.
you too.
Thanks, Kylie.
Thanks,
Of course.
Kylie.
See you guys next time. Bye.
Yep.
See
Bye.
ya.
Good sleeps.
Bye.
Yes, yes.